PlayStation's latest State of Play just dropped a massive extended gameplay trailer for Marvel's Wolverine, and man, Insomniac is not holding back on the violence. We got a release date of September 15th, 2026, just avoiding GTA 6 by a couple of months. A look at some savage new combat mechanics, and a heavy dose of the narrative setup. Now, if you're looking for a video that's just pure, unadulterated hype, you might want to look elsewhere. Don't get me wrong, what they showed looks phenomenal from a gameplay perspective. But if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I am walking away from this trailer with a massive dose of cautious optimism. Because while the combat looks sharp, my biggest worry right now isn't the gameplay, it's the story. Let's talk about why this trailer looks great, but why Insomniac's recent track record has me crossing my fingers.
Let's get you guys out of here.
Are you a superhero?
Look, kid. I'm Wolverine.
The game centers on Logan rejoining Team X, a last-stand mutant task force after leaving them 3 years prior. The plot kicks off with Logan trailing a guns-for-hire cybernetic militia called the Reavers, who are hunting and capturing mutants to deliver them to Bolivar Trask. If you know your X-Men lore, Trask is the billionaire industrialist who believes in absolute human superiority. We also get our first look at Jean Grey, who is appearing as an emergent leader of these captured mutants. On paper, this sounds like an awesome, classic X-Men setup. It's gritty, it's isolated, and it features an iconic rogues gallery. But here is the elephant in the room.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Intel has told us there are at least 7.
Okay, I already see one. Give me. Okay.
They're the same picture.
Insomniac's last major title was Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and while that game was a blast to play, a lot of us felt the narrative was, frankly, lackluster. The pacing in the final act felt incredibly rushed. Character arcs were wrapped up too cleanly or dropped entirely, and the writing lacked the emotional weight and tight structure of the first game. Because Spider-Man 2 felt like it prioritized massive cinematic set pieces over a cohesive, well-paced script, I am naturally skeptical here. Wolverine is an incredibly complex, deeply traumatized character. If Insomniac treats this story like a checklist of cool comic book moments instead of a deeply character-driven narrative, it's going to be a massive missed opportunity. They need to nail the writing this time. But okay, let's pivot to the good stuff, because from a pure gameplay standpoint, Wolverine looks like an absolute powerhouse. Insomniac explicitly stated this is a brutal, violent, single-player adventure, and the gameplay completely backs that up. Logan isn't just swinging a bat, he is shredding through cybernetic Reavers with fast, fluid, and incredibly gory claw attacks. They introduced a few specific combat mechanics called techniques. We saw a crowd control move called the Tornado Spin, and a closing distance move called the Bull Rush. What's really cool is how Logan teams up with Jean Grey. While Jean uses her telekinetics to hold or throw enemies, it opens up windows for critical strikes, which are devastating high-damage finishing moves you can pull off solo or as a duo. You also have a standard progression mechanic where successful parries, attacks, and kills build up Logan's rage meter. You can spend this to boost your attack power or trigger his signature healing factor when you're taking heavy damage. But the absolute coolest visual in the entire trailer has to be Rage Tier 3. If you push Logan's rage to the absolute limit, the screen shifts into a gorgeous, highly stylized monochromatic explosion of savagery. It is completely inspired by Marvel Comics' Black, White, and Blood series, and it looks stunning. If the entire game lets us tap into that kind of stylized comic book energy, the combat loop is going to be incredibly satisfying. And I, for one, can't wait to push it to the limit. We also got a glimpse of how Insomniac is handling linear set pieces. They showed a sequence where Wolverine is tearing down a highway on a motorcycle, slicing tires, taking down trucks, and jumping directly from vehicle to fight massive enemy brutes. If you take too much damage here, the game lets you kick into a last stand mechanic to force activate your healing factor and keep the fight going. If the X-Men Origins game and the Uncharted series had a baby, it would be this. And of course, they closed out the trailer with a massive tease. Fire everywhere, embers falling, and a brutal, snarling shot of Sabretooth with that iconic long blonde hair. Seeing Victor Creed means we are getting that deeply personal, blood-soaked rivalry that defines the best Wolverine stories. Again, it looks amazing. I just desperately hope the writing anchors these fights so they feel earned, rather than just throwing Sabretooth in for a cheap, nostalgic pop.
Some folks can't wait to die.
As for the release details, Marvel's Wolverine officially launches on September 15th, 2026, exclusively for the PlayStation 5, sitting at the unfortunate industry standard $70 price tag. Pre-orders are live, giving early access to the classic brown suit, reflective claws, and a bonus technique point. There's also an $80 digital deluxe edition that gives you 5 exclusive cosmetic suits, like the Savage and Age of Apocalypse looks, and 5 unique claw cosmetics. Ultimately, Marvel's Wolverine has all the ingredients to be a Game of the Year contender. The combat looks heavy, the gore is exactly where it needs to be for an M-rated Logan game, and the visual style is top tier. I want this game to succeed so badly. But until I get my hands on it and see if the story can step out of the shadow of Spider-Man 2's writing issues, I'm keeping my expectations firmly in check. But what do you guys think? Did the State of Play trailer completely blow you away, or are you holding on to some cautious optimism like me? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and until next time, I'm the one ELT signing O, UT, out.